From Bayport High School in Schwamigo, Wisconsin, welcome to the Thursday Night Throwdown. Tonight, a Week 1 matchup featuring the Middleton Cardinals taking on the Bayport Pirates. And greetings, everybody. Bob Brainerd, along with my partner. He's the Hall of Fame coach, also the executive director of the Wisconsin Football Coaches Association. He is Dan Brunner. John Pearson will join us from the sideline shortly. Dan, for the third straight season, these two teams are going to play a non-conference Week 1 lid lifter. Why go toe-to-toe if you're a good team like Bayport and like Middleton in Week 1?
Well, Bob, Middleton and Bayport are in the same boat. They're trying out players at different positions, and it doesn't do any good to make those decisions based on a weak opponent. So they're playing each other because they're both the cream of the crop.
Yeah, iron sharpening iron. Bayport won the first two meetings of this series on Week 1. Middleton trying to return the favor here in 2023. We're going to take a look at two of the offensive stars that will be on display tonight for Middleton. Their senior running back is something special, Dan.
Yeah, Bryce Falk, all Big 8 performer last year, actually led the league in rushing. He is going to get a lot of touches this season, and it starts tonight.
And for Bayport, they've got a deep threat in the backfield as well, but he can also catch passes out of the backfield, making him a dual threat.
Yeah, sometimes you get dual threat quarterbacks. Now you got a dual threat receiver. He's going to be their leading rusher. He's going to be their leading receiver, Blake Bookinger. He's going to be fun to watch.
A lot of other terrific players, some Division I future college players that we will spotlight as well. Also, as Dan said, some kids that are auditioning for spots here in Week 1. The Pirates and the Cardinals going to get this started on the Thursday Night Throwdown.
I love living in Kewanee, Wisconsin because the skies are blue, smell of the fresh green grass. It's just a beautiful place to live. I love it. You love your animals, you love what you're doing, you love everything about farming, and you want to carry on those traditions. That's why we dairy farm.
Back here at Bayport High School, Week 1, Thursday Night Throwdown. We are so glad you are joining us wherever you may be. We are coming to you statewide, nationwide, worldwide, Dan Brunner.
Oh, yeah.
Wherever you can watch on whatever device you choose, dial us up. We've got action for all 9 weeks, and then the postseason levels 1 through 4. So we're glad you're aboard for this maiden voyage of the Thursday Night Throwdown and a terrific matchup between the Pirates and the Cardinals. As we mentioned in the open, Dan, it's the third time these schools have met in the Week 1. They like having that early test in the season. That's why they keep this series alive.
Yeah, they love this. I mean, we mentioned the open. It doesn't do you any good to open with a weak opponent. You want to play the cream of the crop, and got them both here tonight.
Both teams are ready for Week 1. Both teams are predicted in the preseason rankings to win their respective conferences. But first things first, you got to win Week 1. Down to the field we go, checking in with the third member of our broadcast crew. He is John Pearson.
Well, it is so great to kick off this season. And again, two teams that have no fear about playing somebody great right off the bat. Last year, of course, it was Bayport really taking it to Middleton, and Middleton got out to a rough start on the year, but then went on a 7-game winning streak where their worst offensive output was 35 points. Both teams made the playoffs, with Bayport getting to the level 4 of it, but just a great atmosphere. And Bob Brainerd, I do worry you're going to be a little intimidated by Troy Frisk, the PA announcer / national anthem singer, with the voice that still has my eyebrows rattling from it right there. Just an unbelievable job that he does here. All kinds of atmosphere, and when you got a great tradition, you can generate a lot of excitement.
Thank you, John. Yeah, Troy is just 2 seats down from us here in the Bayport press box. He knocks it out of the park.
Yeah, for sure.
So Middleton will kick off. The road squad has the black helmets, all white jerseys and pants with the cardinal trim. Bayport with the navy tops. 3 possible players are auditioning for the kickoff duties this season. So they're still trying to sort that out. Tyler Vogt, a sophomore, will do the honors here to kick it off to Bayport. And we are underway. The season is underway in 2023. Taken at the 4-yard line. And Bookinger brought down short of 20 to the 17-yard line. So 1st and 10, and out come the Pirates. Their offensive coordinator, Dan, is Steven Jorgensen. He's been around, former head coach at Fond du Lac.
Yeah, Steve Jorgensen, what an addition to their staff for the last couple of years. Just a brilliant head coach. Now he's running the offense.
It's a power option. They like to throw about 15 times per game, but they want to ground and pound it. Carter Calise, first-year starter, is the quarterback. Was a honorable mention all-conference receiver last year. He shifts to take the snaps in 2023.
Yeah, dual threat quarterback.
On 1st and 10. And on the give, not much running room there. Maybe a yard for Bookinger. Actually, that was Tevin Montgomery.
Yep, Tevin Montgomery.
So bunched in tight there, Dan. Hard to see.
Yep.
But Montgomery on the carry. Good size. Solid back there as well, a senior. Gain of only 1, so it's 2nd down and 9.
Little trouble with the snap.
And Middleton's got it. They pounce on the trouble. Calise never could find the handle. And recovered by the Cardinals in great field position for their offense.
Yeah, you can see just a couple snaps were awkward in the beginning here. Who pounced on that? Cash Hoy.
Cash Hoy.
Yeah.
Hoy, one of the linebackers. A senior who was right place, right time. So how about the offense here? Licking their chops. 1st and 10 from the 16-yard line.
Yeah, John Kraus, D coordinator's got his hands full right now.
And their quarterback, also an experienced guy, Gabe Pacini. Moving bodies around. Pacini on the carry. Thought he might toss it to Falk, but Pacini decides to take it himself. Gain of 1 only, Dan.
Yeah, Bayport's defense, good lateral movement, good speed. You can see here, nowhere for him. He was kind of a speed option, but he had nowhere to pitch the ball, and they rallied to the ball.
Zach Rast is the offensive coordinator for Middleton. They run a multiple eye. A little bit more spread this season, though, but, of course, with number 1 in that backfield, he'll get plenty of touches. That's Falk. 2nd down and 8. Number 8. Waiting for the snap. Pacini again.
Oh.
He's popped. Falk was out there blocking Dan, but he couldn't help the Pirates who came charging en masse.
Yeah, and guess who's playing some defense for him right now? Blake Bookinger. Watch number 33 rally to the ball.
Comes flying in there. Montgomery as well. So you had your 2 backs who got the touches on offense, making plays on defense. Loss on the play, so it goes back to 3rd down and 10 at the 16. Pacini threw 18 TDs a year ago with only 2 interceptions. He was very efficient.
Absolutely.
Got a throw here, and does. Catch is made, and 1st down is made by Isaiah Oliver.
I think he's going to be short, Bob.
Oh, thought he had it, but he didn't. You're right, Dan. 4th down comes up in decision time.
Yeah, Pacini got him the ball. Again, look at Bookinger getting to the ball. Number 33 off to a good start.
So it's 4th down and 3. Cardinal offense stays put. Pacini shotgun with Falk behind him. Bayport looking for a stop, and timeout is called by Middleton. Their head coach is Tim Simon.
Yeah.
He's assisted by Joe Poles. They're actually interim co-head coaches this year in their first season, but Dan, not their first rodeo by any means.
No, not at all. Tim Poles, 15 years at the helm before he returned in the quote-unquote interim role, which who knows, may turn into a long-term thing, may change at the end of this season. I think, he's the kind of guy, he'll do whatever it takes to help that program.
Bayport, the keys to the game, Dan, here they are.
Yeah, control the line of scrimmage, and we see what their defense did right there. Don't make mistakes. Well, they made a mistake, but controlling the line helped them. And then match the physicality, and they've done that right now.
Yeah, one thing that Bayport has been impressed with the first 2 years of this matchup with Middleton is watching the Middleton guys get off the bus.
Yeah.
They've seen the size, and Middleton's got more size here in 2023. The keys for Middleton, well, Veterans Day, lean on the guys like Pacini and Falk in the backfield.
Yep.
Now hiring, we told you, they're auditioning players, and noise cancellation. Don't worry about all the outside distractions. Just play football. Focus on the field. 4th and 3 here for the Cards. Trying to cash in after the turnover and produce points. Pacini, the hard count, empty backfield, looking for running room, and there is none. Brought down well shy of the first down. Bayport will take over. Max Romanesco was there for the throwdown.
Yeah, you'll see the design quarterback draw, and you see Romanesco was not fooled one bit. Drops him for a loss.
The junior DN came flying in, spying Pacini. And so the Bayport offense, the mistake doesn't cost them on the scoreboard. We stay scoreless. 1st and 10, back at the 14. On the give, Bookinger. Running room galore. Finally brought down to the 28-yard line. First down run for him. Blake last year, he's a senior, but he's started since he was a sophomore, Dan.
Yeah.
So that's one of your veterans that Bayport will lean on this season.
Yeah, Coach says sometimes watching him is like watching a video game. I mean, he's just such a talented threat, both on offense and we see on defense as well.
Little misdirection, and then they go off the left side with Bookinger again.
Yep, toss sweep.
Blake, just 5'10 and 170, but good things come in small packages, Dan.
Yeah, he had 10 touchdowns rushing last year, over 1,100 yards, and caught 21 catches. They're going to go offensively as he goes.
2nd down and 4. On the get, that's Montgomery. Slashes through for a first down to the 43. If they can get these two guys working in tandem, then you got something in the backfield here at Bayport.
Yeah, you can see Tevin. I mean, he's a load. He's 5'11", 220. Great lineage. His brother, Jaden, is a linebacker at Iowa.
Yeah, Big Ten schools are always sniffing around both of these programs at Middleton and Bayport. They produce talent. 1st and 10 from the 43 for the Pirates. Quick give, Montgomery again. This time bottled up after a gain of 2 to the 45. Yeah, interesting, Dan, with schools these size, you normally don't see a whole lot of players go both ways, but we saw early both running backs playing on defense making plays.
When you have players that are that talented, I mean, it's a shame not to use them to your advantage.
And they do just that. Gary Westerman in his 12th season as the head coach here at Bayport. 2nd down and 8. Calise to throw. Flushed and on the move. Trying to get to the edge and does. Calise down the sidelines. Still on his feet and finally brought down to 30. Carter Calise, man. Wow, I mean, it looked like this play was going nowhere, but it went somewhere.
No, you can see here on the replay, I mean, he pulls it down, It looks like 72's got the edge on him, but he beats him around the edge and then stays in bounds.
Yeah, didn't scamper out of bounds. He decided there's more green in front of me, and he took all of it. All the way down to the 30-yard line. 1st and 10 Pirates. Khalif straight ahead. Little quarterback draw, nicely done on 1st down, picks up 6.
Yeah, getting a good flow to their offense right now. You got Middleton reeling a little bit. You see some substitutions coming in, get some fresh guys in.
Brings up 2nd down and 4 at the 24. Khalees Montgomery flanked to his right. Bookinger slides through. Khalees passes it off to Montgomery. It was dangerous there.
Yeah.
Wanted to pitch it, but that was the only option if he was going to get rid of it.
Yeah, you avoided taking a loss by doing that.
Back to the line of scrimmage. Makes it 3rd down and 4 from the 24.
Yeah, definitely 2-down territory.
Halfway through the 1st quarter here.
No gain on reception, 3rd down and 4 from the 24.
Moving some bodies around. Khalees. Looks like, just a hair shy on the Bookinger carry. Going to bring up 4th down and less than a yard. Quick toss here.
Yeah, quick toss sweep. Bookinger just finds a little of his crease and gets through it.
So 4th down, less than a yard. Offense stays put. That was not in question here. We're going to move the chains here, continue to move on this opening drive, not the opening drive, 2nd drive of the night for Bayport. They got it. Montgomery's got it. And then some. 14-yard line, 1st and 10.
Boy, I don't know if we're going to see this, but the drive downfield, you can see some of the linemen continuing to drive.
You mean that?
Yeah, the pancake downfield. Man.
David Provost, who's only a freshman,
Wow.
67, saying, I can play with the big boys.
Exactly.
Not a problem. 1st and 10 from the 14. Hand it off to Montgomery. Slip and tackles. Montgomery to the end zone. Touchdown. 14-yard run for number 3. First points of the ball game. First points of 2023.
Boy, guys up front just did a great job getting men on men. Once he got to the 2nd level, it was over.
Had 7 TDs on the ground last year. That's why if they get him lathered up with Bookinger in the backfield, he'll have way more than 7 this season. Kick is good by the kicker, Owen Belisle. And it's 7-0 Pirates here in the 1st period.
Not your typical dual position here. Owen Belisle. Here we see Tevin just once he gets that 2nd level, they're not keeping him out of the end zone. But going back to Owen Belisle, that's their center. So he doubles as their place kicker.
John Pearson, 7-0 Bayport strikes first.
Well, if you look at the drive summary, it was a bunch of senior moments, those guys that were giving it to that they've proven over the years, even quarterback in a new position, but they've given it to guys who were proven, but it was those young offensive linemen who kept blasting holes. So it was a nice, steady drive, but it was quite a statement for all those young guys all the way down to the freshman class. What are you, goofy? You got a freshman dominating, guys?
Hey, we talked about the audition here on opening night. Both coaches told us earlier in the week that there are several positions on both sides of the football for Bayport and Middleton where things are not settled. So this is where you earn the job. This is where you stick out to your position coaches and you stick out against a good football team. There's your senior center teeing it up, handling the kickoff duty once again. Kick return for Middleton. There are 6 guys in the rotation, so we'll see who's out here fielding kicks to start this drive. It'll be taken at the 9-yard line. And blasted short of the 15-yard line. And that's where the Cardinals' second drive will begin. Boy, they had a golden opportunity, Dan, when they got the fumbled snap, had the ball at the 16-yard line, but couldn't cash in with any points. Went for it on 4th down and lost yardage. So it'll be Gabe Pacini, Bryce Falk, and the offense again on their second drive, 1st and 10 from the 24. And here is Falk. First carry of the night for him. And Falk, you can see the shiftiness and the strength. Tough dude to bring down. 2-year starter, as Dan mentioned, all Big 8, led the conference, in rushing a year ago. He had over 1,300 yards, 17 rushing TDs.
You can see just the subtle, quick little moves. Doesn't need a lot of room to squeeze through.
Gain of 5, 2nd and 5. Go to Falk again. And he tries to tumble up and over all the traffic. Gains only a yard to the 31. Falk, his coach, Tim Simon, says is a good zone runner, Dan. What does that mean?
Yeah, and we saw it on the first play. You know, zone runners, typically you say you get one cut. You find that one cut opening, and then you go straight ahead. And that's kind of what his forte is.
Gain of a couple, 3rd down and 3 from the 31. Pacini to throw.
Got him.
Incomplete.
Pass intended for number 12.
Bookinger on the coverage. Troy Teff, the intended receiver.
Yeah, you can see Teff has got him beat. And you see, I don't know if you'll see it after the play where Teff is asking for an interference call.
Teff is a good athlete, backup quarterback, in fact.
Yeah, he is a very good athlete. And Pacini's got a heck of an arm.
And now we'll see Pacini's leg because he's going to boot the football here on 4th down. Bookinger is deep. Beware of the quarterback that boots the football, too. But he will kick it, and it's a pretty good kick. Bookinger fields it at the 29. And then blasting guys over. The marker comes in. At the end of the play, the crowd loved the hit, delivered by 33 on the return. And Tom Lee is our lead official, as he'll sort it out, but listen to the hit.
You can hear this one.
Boom time.
Block in the back.
So the oohs and ahs for Bookinger lowering the shoulder, but the block in the back will be costly for Bayport on that return. So back we go to the 30-yard line. Pirates will begin there, leading at 7-0. 12-1 a year ago. Perfect in the Fox River Classic was Bayport. They went all the way to level 4, lost to Kimberly with a trip to state on the line. From the 30, 1st and 10, low snap. Calise, though, steps up and unloads. Downfield and broken up at the last second. And I mean the last second. Harrison Armstrong got the arm up at the last second.
Yeah, he's one of those guys vying for a spot. You can see him back here. This is going to play very well in his favor for a starting spot, right in position to break that up.
And Tyler Plummer, the intended receiver, and both guys just stopped, and Armstrong got the mitts up there. He has stood out in practice so far and stands out on that play. 2nd down and 10 from the 30. Calise, brought down for a loss. In there was number 9, Trey Suttle, for the takedown. One of those inside linebackers, Dan.
Yeah, interesting about Suttle. You see his linebacker play on the replay here. He was a starting running back or in position for, but since they moved him to defense, he's just thriving.
Kind of show that running back speed to get in the backfield there. Loss on the play. 3rd and 11 for Bayport. Calise to throw. Look out. Dancing out of trouble. And dances his way to a 1st down and more. Finally brought down, but the damage is done by Carter Calise. He's a magician,
Man.
Dan, at getting out of trouble tonight.
You know, we see again on the replay here. This is not a designed run. He's looking downfield, gets pushed out of the pocket, gets to the edge, and you can see his ability. I mean, that's why he was an honorable mention all-conference receiver, ability to run after the catch. Well, now he's just running after, takes a snap from center.
So Calise has had 2 huge runs on what, as Dan said, weren't designed runs. Flip it, Bookinger slips through. Off the right side, he picks up another 1st down. Right at the marker, 23-yard line.
Take it down near the 22-yard line.
Yeah, just a version of the jet sweep. And Bookinger just always getting positive yardage.
Ball is at the 23-yard line.
Seen all the weapons here for Bayport. There are 2 running backs, certainly Calise at quarterback. They've all chewed up some important yards in these opening drives in the 1st quarter. 2nd down and 1. Calise to throw. Again, dancing in the pocket. Can they contain him? Yes. This time they contain him. Dom Frost was in there, the senior D lineman.
Big boy, 6'4", 303. Shows good feet here, good containment.
3rd down and 11.
The chase down and then the finish there by Frost. Frost, he's a terrific athlete, all conference a year ago, as Dan mentioned, 6'4", 303. They were supposed to have Asher Kalaji joining Frost up front. Kalaji's father, Ross, of course, one of the Badgers coaches, but he just took a job out at Stanford, so Asher had to go with Dad. Dancing again. Flag flies in the backfield. This one may come back. We shall see. But in the meantime, it's Montgomery trying to get to the end zone. And does he get in? No. Just shy. We'll check the marker, though. It might be a hold. And Tom Lee, the referee, says, everyone come on back. Boy, Calise is finding all kinds of ways to buy time, though, Dan.
Yes, he is. He almost held that thing. Well, he did hold it too long because that's when he ended up with a hold. Blocking the back.
Close blocking back against the Pirates.
I don't know if we'll be able to see it here, but he's got the ball back there a long time. Well, there it is. They call that blocking the back.
A couple times.
Yep.
Offsetting penalty.
So it was an offsetting penalty. There was a penalty also called on Middleton. So everything you saw had never happened. So it goes back because of the block in the back. They actually marched that one off. And so it's going to be 3rd down and Oconto for the 1st down. It's a long way. They need the 23-yard line, and they're at the 44. See if Calise can pull a rabbit out of the hat again. He's been special, making things happen here in the first quarter. 12 seconds left in it. Officials getting back in position. Now we're ready. All right, 3rd down and long for the Pirates. Calise, quick throw. Bookinger can't find the handle. They were trying the quick toss and then let 33 take off, but no dice. 4th down, got a punt here. Bookinger, or rather Calise, took a little lick there.
Yeah, little gimpy coming up. Hopefully he's okay.
Harrison Armstrong back deep for the Cardinals to receive it.
Matt Stevens back in punting formation. Back to return number 20, Harrison Armstrong.
Yeah, all good there. They'll go watch some TV on the sidelines.
Yeah.
See what's on Netflix. High snap brought down, and this will be very short on the kick. Out of bounds. It goes. Middleton football as we end the first quarter of play here at Bayport High School. The home team leads it by a count of 7-0. You're watching the Thursday Night Throwdown, the first edition of it on WSN.
Farming is more than just a job because it demands so much of you. Every day I'm with the people that I care about the most. We accomplish or we fail together.
Support Wisconsin dairy farmers. Buy Wisconsin cheese and dairy.
Back here at Bayport High School, about to begin the second quarter of play, with the Pirates leading the Cardinals of Middleton 7-0. A Hawaiian theme, obviously.
10 from the 29-yard line for Middleton.
Yeah, it's still summer, right, Dan? I mean, it's still August.
Absolutely.
Bassini ready for the snap on 1st and 10. Toss over to the Middleton sideline. Catch and carry. Troy Teff. This time they got the connection together, and Teff carries it out near midfield. Good pickup there on 1st down between Bassini and Teff.
Where you check the replay, you can see the strength of Bassini's arm. That's a long throw. Nice catch and run.
Teff's a junior, played a lot as a sophomore a year ago, so got that seasoning. And a big target for the big quarterback. Go back to the ground and Falk. Some shifty moves there through the line and then pounds his way into Bayport territory. Going to be a gain of about 6 or 7.
Yeah, I'm sure Zach Rass, their offensive coordinator, got them settled down a little bit between quarters, and now they can come out and just start from scratch.
2nd down and 3 from the 47. Back to Falk. Nope, Bassini's got it.
Hold it.
Good fake and using those legs. And then finally slammed down. Flag flies at the end of the run and the tackle. Bassini's a tough dude to bring down. He's 6'4", 192, Dan.
He is a big dude, and you can see here it's a read option. He pulls it, gets to the edge, got good blocking on the edge.
See what Tom Lee has to say about the penalty marker.
Walking it back.
So a holding call from the spot. But that's where Bassini Dan can be another weapon in
Oh,
that backfield
yeah.
for Middleton. He'll use those legs to scramble and pick up important yards.
Second down and 1 from the 45-yard line.
When it's all said and done, though, it's 2nd down and 1 at the 45. So short yardage to make the first down, but they lost about 15 on the penalty. Elijah Coleman in motion up top. Bassini wants to throw. Instead will run. He'll pick up the first down. You've seen Bassini a couple times, then when he does run, he's got the stiff arm out there.
Yeah, he's an athlete. He's got good size to him. 6'4", 192. Nothing there. He knows what to do with the ball. Protects it.
Yeah, Griffin Murphy was the guy to ride him out of bounds, and that was a tough assignment. But a first down for Middleton from the 42. Back to the ground, and Falk. Look at this, number 1,
man.
slipping and sliding. Should have been a gain of maybe 4 or 5 tops. Instead, it's a gain of 9, almost a first down.
Yeah, you can see right here, he's running an inside zone. Guys up front doing a nice job. He keeps his legs driving. Not that big of a dude, but boy, he runs hard.
Did on that play, gain of 9, 2nd down and 1. Back to Falk. Nope, back to Bassini.
Oh,
Bassini
boy.
slices through. And then brought down at the 10-yard line. Well, he's faked me out twice, but he's also faked out the defense twice.
Yeah, you know, and that's that read option. I mean, he does a nice job. Falk does a great job carrying out the fake.
And they're going quick here, trying to catch the Bayport defense. Now they settle down and get the offense ready. Trips to the top. And they go to Falk. Still churning and moving the legs is Bryce Falk. He got a couple to the 10.
Yeah, and Tevin Montgomery playing his role on defense now as a linebacker did a nice job stopping that play.
Nothing on that carry, so 2nd down and 10 from the 11. They can get a first down at the 1 if they don't punch it in. Bassini in traffic, incomplete, and a marker comes in on the late hit delivered to Teff. It was intended for Troy, and then he got popped as the ball sailed through the back of the end zone.
You can see right here, trying to squeeze it in there, and an unnecessary hit after the play.
It's Montgomery.
Yeah.
Good to see Teff bounce back after that hit.
Ooh.
So the personal foul will march it down to the 6-yard line, make it the 5. So Middleton knocking on the door, trailing 7-0. Bassini with Falk behind him. Give it to Falk. Into the end zone, touchdown. He just careened his way off the right side, Dan, and in from the 6, and we're a PAT away from a tie ball game.
Yeah, he did a nice job. You can see him following the big guys up front. That's his own blocking scheme on the right. Get a guy on a guy. He finds a crack and gets in the end zone.
Falk had 17 of those on the ground a year ago. His first of the season. Extra point, Drew Cooney, a junior kicker. They're auditioning that position as well. He succeeds in his first PAT, and we are tied at 7. The finishing touchdown.
Yeah, again, big number 58. You and I saw him before the game on the sideline, Bob Carter Cadeau. Oh, man, is he a big dude. Heading to Rutgers.
Yeah, he was the starting. Carter was the starting tight end last season.
Yeah.
He shifted to the offensive line. He was 6'6", 200 as a freshman. Dan, he was a basketball player who just happened to play football. Now he's 6'7", 270, and he flipped that. He's a football player who
plays basketball.
Plays some hoops, just as a hobby. John Pearson, back to the sideline. We check in with JP.
Well, one of the best things about the high school game when you're doing very tradition-rich powers, the way this game started, Middleton was kind of knocked on their heels. The coaches don't really have to do anything to gather the troops. They were able to respond, even though it looked like Bayport might take absolute control. But what a great drive that was. And Bryce Falk, who always seems to look for one or two guys to get hit by, that time just followed a nice clear path to the end zone. That time it was the smart thing not to worry about getting hit, guys.
That is smart. Good advice from JP. Tyler Vogt to boot the football here for the Cardinals. We're tied at 7 here, second quarter. Bookinger will field it at the 10. Lane on the right side. He finds it and then picks up some extra yards out to the 39. Good return. Coming up at halftime, we'll have the Dairy Farmers of Wisconsin halftime report. John Pearson, whom you just heard from, he talked with Travis Wilson from WSN. They'll discuss the Thursday Night Throwdown for the rest of the season, as well as all things Wisconsin high school football. That's coming up at halftime on the Dairy Farmers of Wisconsin halftime report. 1st and 10 from the 39. Calise to throw. He does. Catch is made. Sawyer Torp. And Torp down the sidelines. Catch and carry into Middleton territory.
Boy, you get the ball to Torp. He finds that sideline, and if not, for a good play by Harrison Armstrong, he's gone.
Yeah, Torp is a junior, but he's one of those kids on the rise. They expect big things out of him, and they got him there out of number 1. 34-yard line now of Middleton, 1st and 10. Calise, QB draw right up the gut to the 27. And then dog piled on top of number 2. Gain of about 6, 2nd down and 4.
Pass, yeah, quick.
Frost up front. Quan Burks is the nose tackle. You saw him, number 99. He's a force in the middle for that run-stopping group of Middleton. Run a 3-4 base.
Fumble.
This time,
wow.
You saw it happen on the opening drive. They lost that football. This time, Calise was able to find the handle.
That, again, that's something that's, I'm sure coaches are going to clean up shortly, but having some issues with that snap.
Yeah, both times Calise, he sort of thought, I have a little bit more time to find the handle and make a play. And there may be something where they say, look, don't try to make the play, just cover up the football. 3rd down and 5 here. Knocked down. Oh, what a play.
Oliver Wenning.
Yeah, Wenning got the oven mitts up there to knock it down and bring up 4th down. Wenning, one of the outside linebackers, Dan.
Yeah, you see right here. Looked like he had a guy open in the flat, but Wenning climbed this imaginary ladder there and got his paw up there.
Yeah, and he's only 5'10", but played bigger there.
Yeah, he
now, did. From the 29, 4th down and 6. And the offense stays put here for Bayport. Calise twisting, turning, and in trouble. He'll just launch it, and nobody down there. Middleton will take over on downs, chased down by Sam Pyloff.
Yeah.
Sam, one of the linebackers, he's another Rutgers recruit, Dan, 46, and
Yeah.
you could see him turn on the Jets and make life miserable for number 2.
Yeah, good-sized player, 6'3", 218.
So Middleton, who got on the board to tie this game up, their defense comes through with a couple big plays. Give their offense the football back at the 29-yard line. 7 minutes and change to go here before halftime. Cassini shotgun, Falk behind him. Coleman in motion. Falk's got it. Into the scrum he goes for a couple. Got about 3, second down and 7. Tough tests for both these squads next week. Middleton will be at Waterford, so another road contest for the Cardinals. Bayport, just got to play Kimberly again. At Kimberly next Thursday. We'll talk more about that later. Bullet over the middle, and it's caught. Isaiah Oliver. Pacini, what a pass to get it to number 16, Dan.
Boy, he's got a big arm. Big arm. You give him some time, like you'll see on the replay, give him some time in the backfield, and he just zips it.
Oliver, big catch there. His dad is Dean Oliver, Badgers basketball assistant coach. And Oliver's only a sophomore, but he's been stepping up making plays. No one making a play here. Falk wrapped up in the backfield. A whole host of Pirates were there to greet him. Loss of a couple back to midfield.
Yeah, you see right here, nothing doing there. This is the pass again. He just zipped that thing.
Yeah, they really like what Oliver brings to the table. Only a sophomore, but 6 feet 180 and still growing. And athletic is all get up. There's that last run where you see everyone greeting. Romaneshko was there to greet him first and then had all the help on the backside. Nicely done by 47. Bring Falk down. Second down and a dozen from midfield. Pacini wants to throw. Stepping up. And now on the move. And Pacini,
Man.
he lowers the shoulder and he picks up the first down. It's a gain of 13 on that run that was supposed to be a pass.
Well, and you can see here, Bob, on the replay, it's like boom, boom, nothing there, no hesitation, I'm going. And he knows what to do with the ball once he tucks and runs.
Gain of 13 on that carry. Spot the ball at the 37, 1st and 10 for the Cardinals. Pacini's got it. My goodness. And if you saw the sideline of Middleton react, there's a reason for it. Because Gabe Pacini used all of his athleticism to do this, Dan.
Yeah, take a look. And like you said earlier, Bob, how many times do we see the stiff arm being applied in high school? Not much, but he uses it.
Lost his towel, but big deal, right?
Yeah.
Get that back. Another first down run for Pacini. This time they give it to Falk. And Falk straight ahead, up the gut it goes. Hudson Cleary is part of that offensive line. KJ Peterson, Carter Cadeau, we talked about him. Dylan Walzer. Those are the mainstays, still shuffling a body in and out at the left guard position, trying to audition for that spot for keeps. Second down and 8 from the 24. Pacini, hand time, now buys time. And again, just takes that big 6'4" frame and just plows his way. Running bodies over from that Bayport secondary who come up courageously to meet him.
You know, Bayport's secondary doing a great job. I mean, coverage is good downfield. Can't find anybody. Again, no hesitation. He just lowers the boom and runs over Braxton Piontek.
The flag in the play. Came in late after the Piscini run. So Tom Lee and his crew sorting things out here with under 4 to go before halftime. A lot of math going on, Dan. Math is hard.
Yeah.
Blindside
block.
Yeah. So it not only wipes out the run by Piscini. Let's see if we can pick something up along the way. Flag came in late after the run. And obviously nothing showing up there, so away from the ball. So wipe that out, mark the ball back to the 35-yard line, second down and a bunch. Piscini trying to get a bunch here, trying to get 6. In traffic, flag comes in. It was intended for Oliver again. See if they get Bayport bumping and banging Oliver here. And Tom Lee once again will sort things out once again. This is a recording. Yep, going to be interference called on Bayport. So Oliver tried to slip through the coverage. And Piscini, looked like maybe a grab there at the end where the marker comes in.
Yeah.
Called it on Brock Gothier, talented young player, sophomore, whose brother Landon, Dan, is not playing in this ball game tonight. We'll talk more about him in a moment.
Yep.
But it brings up second down and 5 now at the 20-yard line. Little toss. Oh, terrific run there.
Yeah.
First down and much more by Bryce Falk. Back to Gothier. Dan, we saw Brock, the sophomore, but his senior brother, Landon, a Wisconsin commit, not ready to go this week, might next week.
Broken rib.
Yeah, broken rib.
Recovering from that.
Truly day-to-day and week-to-week for Landon, who is a terrific talent. All-State honorable mention a year ago, one of the top linebackers in the state. He's watching this one, watching his little bro. First down, Cardinals. Quick toss to the sideline. Catch and carry, Teff. And Teff runs out of bounds.
Yeah, again, boy, you got a lot of arm on that Piscini. That's not an easy throw. But getting back to Gothier, Bayport had the defensive player of the year, Josiah Azur. And if not for him being All-State, Gothier's probably first-team All-State instead of honorable mention.
On the give. That's a touchdown. Bryce Falk, his second of the night. Into the end zone from the 8-yard line, and Middleton takes the lead.
Boy, you talk about the good running back smelling the end zone. Well, you're taking a look at one tonight. Falk just has that innate ability inside the 10. He's getting in that end zone. You can see it right here. He just smells the goal line and crosses it.
On for the extra point. It's Drew Cooney once again. And someone jumped from Bayport.
Now what? They go for 2?
What would you do? You used to be a coach.
In this game, I'd kick it. I want to see.
No guts.
I want to see who my kicker
No
is.
guts, right. So offsides, and Middleton will say,
Yeah,
forget
they'll decline
it.
too.
Yep.
Yep.
They'll just let Cooney try it from his familiar spot. Extra point to make it 14-7 Middleton. And that is
Nice.
the case. So the Cardinals, who dropped the first 2 games of this series, have the lead in it right before halftime. And speaking of halftime, the Dairy Farmers of Wisconsin halftime report is coming your way. We'll hear from Travis Wilson. If you follow football, well, you know to follow Travis Wilson because he's in the know on all this state action right there on the WSN website. We'll hear from Travis about Thursday Night Throwdown action that's going to come your way all season long, as well as it's week 1, Dan. We got a lot of games being played throughout the state this evening and then a bunch more tomorrow. Week 1, season's underway. Coming up at halftime, Tyler Vogt will tee it up once again for the Cardinals. Vogt, the run-up. Poking her back there and fielded at the 12. A couple of gallops to get to the outside again. He's had a couple good returns tonight. Oh!
Uh-oh. Let's hope that's a cramp.
He went down and grabbed Don around that ankle right away when he went down, and he hops off. Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Hopefully you're right, Dan Brunner.
Yeah.
That is just a cramp. But the offense will go at it without 33 in their backfield on this drive with under 3 to go, trailing by 7. A little bit more of a load on number 3. That's Tevin Montgomery in your backfield now. And Carter Calise as well. We've seen his feet very active here in the first half of football. Throwing.
Oh, man.
Torp's got it. Sawyer Torp trying to get to the end zone, and he will. Touchdown!
Oh, man.
What a job, Dan, by Calise. Got everyone to bite on the run, and then the step back and throw. Here it is.
Yeah, look at the backfield action here. It's gonna looks like a run. Nope, I'm pulling it up and I'm throwing it deep. Design play, great design play.
66-yard touchdown toss on the first play of this drive. That's all they needed. Now the extra point to knot it at 14. Yes, we are all tied up. So your star running back goes out with a cramp, we hope.
Yeah.
And then Calise says, we're going to go a little deep in the playbook here, Dan. A little trickery. Got the defense to bite, and that was the key.
What a great, well-executed play.
It goes for a 66-yard touchdown to make this one 14-all.
You know, earlier in the week, you know, Coach Westerman says, yeah, Torp's up-and-coming player. We expect big things from him. It didn't take very long.
I guess. 2 big plays produced by Sawyer Torp, and that one going for 6. So 14-all. Late stages here of the first half. To boot it, Belisle. Oliver, one of the deep men for the Cards. This is Oliver. Nope.
Oh.
He backs off. Bouncing around, Armstrong fields it. Harrison, right through the traffic, made something out of nothing to the 26-yard line.
Yeah, it was one of those I got it, you take it moments.
John Pearson checking in once again.
Well, and that touchdown, a little bit of the nature of this game where Khalees all night long looked like he just wanted to run rather than throw it. So they kind of used that to their advantage, looking like he was just going to run it one more time. And then that little lofting it up to Torp for the long touchdown. And after that workmanlike drive, Middleton did exactly what they wanted the whole time. Let's ask the old coach, does that suck a little life out of you when you have a perfect drive that leads to one big play that ties it back up? Talk about that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Now Middleton trying to answer right before halftime. 1st and 10 from the 27. And it's Falk fighting his way to the 34. I think Pearson called you old.
Yeah, I think
you
he
notice
did
that?
actually.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I think he meant old as far as years of experience on the sidelines.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think that
okay.
was
yeah,
it. So.
Yeah.
Just to clarify. Gain of 6 by Falk, 2nd down and 4. Passini in the pocket, little dump off to Falk. And Bryce will skid his way to the 40, get the first down, stop the clock. So that'll allow them to move the chains, catch their breath.
Yeah, nice little screen here. That's a guy you want to handle the ball as much as possible.
Clock rolls again. 1st and 10 from the 39. Cassini pulls it in, has time, sideline toss, catch is made and out of bounds. Nicely done to Drew Cooney, the tight end, and a big target over there at 6'3".
Yeah, again, Passini, cool customer in the pocket. Not his first choice, but he finds him open on the sideline and gets the ball to him.
Cooney's in a rotation at the tight end spot with Easton Harris. They're both juniors. They'll rotate in. Sometimes they'll flex them out. Other times they'll keep them on the line. It worked there for a pickup of 9. 2nd down and 1 at the 49. Passini scampering. Throwing.
Oh, man, what an arm.
And almost caught downfield. That was Cooney again.
Cooney again, yeah.
But you're right, Dan. He slung that sidearm.
Yeah. He just, boy, I mean, you can see the experience here. And he's got a cannon.
Almost. Gauthier was back there.
Yeah, Gauthier, nice job.
Yeah, Brock able to disrupt things just enough. Brings up 3rd down and 1 from the 48. Got to get the first things first, and they'll do that with Falk. He's got it. And then some into Bayport territory. Stop the clock at the 39. Middleton has 2 timeouts remaining here in the first half, Dan.
Yeah, again, look at Falk just find a little crease. Good job by Brexton Piontek to keep him from going the distance.
Tim Simon, Joe Poles, the co-head coaches. Clock is rolling here. They're going to not burn their 2nd timeout just yet. Passini to throw. Look at him shedding tacklers.
Man.
Spinning out of trouble, Passini. And look at the yardage he gets out of that play.
Yeah, and guess what? He gets out of bounds, stop the clock. A heady ball player.
Boy, the pocket, Dan, it was just collapsing around number 8. You'll see it.
Yeah. He just stands tall in the pocket, though. I mean, he just does not go down easy. Breaks 2 tackles in the backfield, gets up the sideline, gets out of bounds.
Very calm, collected in that quarterback skin to hang in the pocket. Does that again, gets hit hard at the last second. Nick Hawker got him.
Yeah, he got drilled.
There's Hawker, all of 5'10", 180, and he lowered the boom.
Yeah. in Gauthier's absence, he's been their best linebacker in camp.
And those are big shoes to fill. 2nd down and 10 at the 23. Under a minute to go before halftime. Middleton trying to regain the lead before halftime. Pacini over the middle, a bullet. And it's intercepted on the carom.
Oh, man.
Little pinball action there.
Yeah, guess who made that play? That's Brock Gauthier. Number 14 put the hit on the ball and on the receiver. You can see it right here.
Solid bouncing ball, Dan.
Yep. He drills it. Boom. There's Gauthier.
And then Johnny on the spot.
Yep. Piontek. Great catch.
With the INT. Preserves the tie here for Bayport with 44 ticks left. Khalees, you never know. Yep, little trickery here. Torp's got it. Trying to get to the edge and does. Gets the first down, dragged down at the 27-yard line. Boy, number 1 having himself a night here on week 1.
So far. That's a good sign.
So they got to call the timeout here.
33 coming back into the game.
Yeah, I was just going to say, shook the cobwebs, had time to do that. So first charge timeout by Bayport here with 29 seconds to go in the first half. Reminder from our friends, the dairy farmers of Wisconsin, athletes aren't born. They're built through hard work, dedication, and chocolate milk, Dan's favorite. Chocolate milk, the drink that elite athletes turn to for recovery. Need a competitive edge? Then drink chocolate milk. It's brought to you by the dairy farmers of Wisconsin. And their halftime report is coming your way when we reach halftime. So 2 timeouts remaining for both clubs now. 1st and 10 from the 27 for the Pirates. Brunner slides through in motion. Khalees throws, sideline, Torp, the intended receiver. And little polka move there. Brought number 1 down. Bayport fans wanted a penalty flag to fly.
Yeah, nice protection in the backfield. Gave him time to throw. Really had no chance to complete this.
And you see Nolan Waldorf on the coverage there. Little hand check, but really didn't turn Torp around. So good non-call there. 2nd down and 10, 23 left. Khalees over the middle. Look out. It's picked off. That's why I said look out. Yep. Thomas D'Onofrio came flying in for the INT.
Yeah, D'Onofrio, another one of those players whose dad is a football coach who went to Stanford, but he stayed.
Yeah, that was the difference than the Kalaji family. His dad, Mark, the inside linebackers coach at Stanford. Yep. He went out west. Family decided to stay in Middleton so that Thomas could remain.
Could finish up his senior. He had 4 picks last year. 1st-team all-conference player.
Yeah, he's a ball hawk. So just 17 seconds to go. See if Middleton wants to get crafty here. They'll try to pick up a big chunk, and they'll get it there. Sideline toss complete to Teff. And timeout number 2 burned by the Cardinals. 1 remaining here. Might get another play or 2 off as you look at the completion here from Pacini. And Teff doing a good job. Get down quickly to preserve time. John Pearson, what do you got?
Well, sometimes when you're the younger brother of the star athlete, it's a little bit tough to be out there. With Tevin Montgomery, he's got a brother at Iowa and Gautier having the older brother who is looked upon as one of the favorites to be an all-state player as well. Sometimes a little bit of pressure, but they both seem to have responded to it pretty well. But it does make me thank my lucky stars that none of my 5 older brothers ever accomplished anything anytime.
Dan's brother, a Hall of Fame football official in the state.
Yeah.
So the bar's been set high in the Brunner household. All right, 8 seconds to go. Again, Middleton with 1 timeout remaining, so a quick play here and a TO could get you 1 more play. We'll see what Gabe Pacini and company try from the 35. Gonna roll. Throw. Out of bounds is Oliver. Stops the clock. Picked up enough for the first down. So now.
Yeah, just accomplished 2 things. Got the first down, got a little yardage, and got out of bounds.
Clock shows 6 seconds, so
Yeah.
only 2 seconds ticked off there.
Yeah, and for all intents and purposes, this is going to be your final play.
And that's why Middleton will burn their final timeout. Talk about it here. Try to draw something up to get into the end zone. Tied at 14. So this is week 1 of our WSN Thursday Night Throwdown. Week 2 will take us back to Southeast Wisconsin. Another non-conference affair, Dan. It'll be the Pewaukee Pirates at the Brookfield Central Lancers.
Yeah, Pewaukee coming off a great season, a great number of seasons. They're a solid team again.
And they ran out of Watts, too. So
Yeah.
it's not their doing. All those guys either were or still are in the National Football League. All right, here we go. 6 seconds to go. Ball on the 31-yard line. Gabe Pacini going to try to get something into the end zone, make something happen here before the halftime gun. Flushed. They say he didn't go down, so gets the pass
my
off,
goodness.
and it's a touchdown to Oliver. Someone lost track of Isaiah Oliver, and Pacini made him pay.
We talk about knowing where all your receivers are. First of all, he slips, almost goes down, has the presence of mind to scan the field, and he finds Oliver right in the corner. Wow.
And look at that. Just waiting for it, like fielding a punt. Dances into the end zone for 6. 31-yard hookup to end the half. Cooney for the extra point. And again, a jump by Bayport. The key, Dan, was Pacini. The knee never went down.
Never went down,
He was
yeah.
able to stiff arm the turf to keep his balance and keep the play alive. Again, the wave off the penalty. Kick is good. And on the road, a long road trip for the Middleton Cardinals to make here to Bayport High School. But this ends the first half to give them the lead at halftime. 21-14, the Cardinals in front after the first 24 minutes of action. Halftime activity coming your way on the Thursday Night Throwdown. Don't you dare go away.
I think when anybody comes onto our farm, they see how family-oriented we are. Having the 3 generations all at one dinner table, it's just a really fun time to spend as a family. I would love to see them someday taking over the farm as well. You know, that's a farmer's ultimate dream, to see it pass on to the hands of the next generation.
Support Wisconsin dairy farmers. Buy Wisconsin cheese and dairy.
All right, let's go, baby. Mind over matter. If you don't mind, it don't matter. Nobody ever drowned in sweat. Let's go, baby. Let's go. All right, I'm pleasantly impressed by that.
Here at Bayport High School, it's Middleton. The visitors leading this one at the half, 21-14. Bob Brainerd, Dan Brunner, John Pearson, and our crew here at Bayport. Time for the halftime report. Welcome to it. It's courtesy of the Dairy Farmers of Wisconsin. Let's hear a message from the Dairy Farmers. John Pearson sitting down this week with Travis Wilson to talk about the prospects for this upcoming season. Take a listen.
We couldn't be more excited about the Thursday Night Throwdown, something unique to this season, and WSN is making it all happen. And the guy who helped make it all happen and basically bring a lot of the teams from around the state to get them involved is Travis Wilson, the general manager of WSN. And let's get this started. This is going to be an amazing year.
Well, the interest level in high school sports and high school football has never been higher, for sure. We see that with our traffic on WSN. We see that with the interest level around the state. And we've always wanted to get into the live streaming area, something that we've wanted to do and have never quite been able to do it. But now with some great partners with you and with Jason and the whole team, we've been able to put it together and really try to make this a showcase game, make it the biggest game in the state of Wisconsin. And we've had some great teams and coaches and schools that have been very accommodating to either having us come in or perhaps even moving their game to a Thursday night. Doing a Thursday night throwdown is out of the normal schedule for coaches, and we definitely appreciate them coming in and letting us come in and do this. So we're very excited to get it going. Always wanted to do it, and now we've got this opportunity, and it's going to be awesome. The test we did last year with the level 3 game between Sun Prairie East and Kettle Moraine, while the weather wasn't the greatest, it wasn't the greatest for a broadcast, it went awesome. It was extremely well received in terms of viewership and just people talking about it around the state. So we're really, really excited to get this going.
Having the coaches be partners in and the athletic directors, because it used to be, it was oftentimes hard to get them to take anything out of their routine. But over the years, they've also realized they need to promote their players, promote their programs here, and being able to turn it into something where they're actually looking forward to it, as opposed to, I have had the same system for 20 years. Why would I change it?
Well, to be honest with you, the COVID year, as horrible as it was, really, I think opened people's eyes to how flexible you can be and how you can make things work. And as much as coaches love to stay on schedule, things can be a little bit flexible. And that also really kickstarted live streaming. There were certainly live streams that have been done for a long time and great people that have been doing it, whether it's individuals or schools. So that is becoming more and more common. More schools and coaches are more and more interested and open to that and used to it. So it all just came together. There was a good time for us to do it. And we have developed relationships with coaches and with schools over the years that, they trust us enough to come in and get it done and do a good job with it, and to be able to showcase not only the teams and their athletes, but the community and some of the other great things going on around the communities and around the sports teams.
And it's kind of that hometown marketing type of thing. And again, it's like, to make this happen, the sponsors need to be there. And of course, Quick Trip and the Wisconsin Dairy are such a big part of that with the game of the week. And they've made that into quite a tradition. But that is a great way to reach out to communities. And obviously we're hoping we can get more sponsors involved. So given that they know, wow, we're out at the games, or we're able to have our name associated with something that's going to be all positive. It's the high school sports there. To be able to create the partnerships you've done. How have you guys done about that? I mean, obviously Liz, who works with you, is one of my favorite human beings, but it's also being able to show these businesses and these organizations that high school sports is the ultimate community opportunity.
High school sports are very unique in that it's a very passionate audience. Many, many people have a connection with their high school in some capacity. They have a kid that goes there, whether they play sports or not. They have a nephew, a niece, a neighbor, a grandchild, somebody they work with, their kid plays, their friends play. It's a very passionate and large audience of high school sports fans, but it's obviously a very disconnected audience as well. When you think about 425 football teams around the state of Wisconsin, it's hard to get them all connected. But we are able to do that at WisSports.net, and that's why we have been in a position to do what we've done and expand the content and the things that we've offered over the years. If you think about it, on any given Friday night, there are over 100,000 people in the state of Wisconsin at a high school football game of some kind. That's more than go to a Badger game every week. That's more than go to a Packer game every week. And we are really excited to tell those stories and make those connections with the businesses and other people in the community. Again, a disconnected audience, but we have a way to bring everybody together. And that's a great thing about this being on a Thursday night as well. With it being on Thursday night, all those teams that play on Friday can now tune in, can check it out, and again, really make this the game of the week, the biggest game in the state of Wisconsin.
Okay, let's talk about some of the matchups this week. Obviously, the one we have tonight is a great one, but as you look forward to this, were there a couple of games that you look forward to, like, wow, that's an amazing way to start a season? Obviously, a lot of times it's a tradition that they play each other every year, but a couple of the matchups that we have this week to look forward to.
Well, the great thing about week one is it's non-conference, so you can pick who you play. You're not, locked into a schedule. So if you're a really good football team, you can go out and find another really good football team to play. And we have some outstanding matchups, as we always do in week one. There's some really good games on Thursday night besides the big one that we're doing between Bayport and Middleton. You've also got Wisconsin Rapids at River Falls, Wisconsin Dells against Lake Mills. Menominee and Rice Lake used to be in the same conference for many years. They would battle it out in the big rivers, and now they're non-conference opponents, but they will play this week as well. So some really good Thursday games to kick things off. And, we're looking forward to a busy Thursday. There's more games on Thursday this week and next week than there are as we get later in the season. Many teams are more flexible and more interested in scheduling games on Thursday night before the students get there. Once school starts, they want to lock in and get into that routine of football Friday nights and the Friday night lights, and certainly understand that. Friday games, holy cow, do we have some big ones. Franklin and Catholic Memorial meet up in week one. I was at that game week one last year when Catholic Memorial scored late in the game. Corey Smith, their star senior, now senior running back, scored a touchdown with under 2 minutes to go last year to win. Last year, they were both defending state champions, which is not something that we see very often, but they play this week in a huge game. Sussex Hamilton is at Fond du Lac. Again, kind of a out-of-area type of game that you don't get in conference play, but really excited to take a look at. Muskego and Verona. The Big Eight for many years was a conference that was locked in. It was 10 teams. They played each other in the regular season, and they never got to play non-conference games. We never got to know as fans and as media how they might stack up against other teams around the state. Well, now they get a chance to do that. Last year, Muskego beat Verona in week one. Both teams are loaded and looking very good this year. DeForest and Wanakee is a huge rivalry game in the Madison area. They were conference opponents for many, many years in the Badger Conference. Now they're in different divisions of the Badger Conference, but they still get to play here in week one. Wanakee's kind of dominated that rivalry, especially recently. They won last year head-to-head, and we'll see if DeForest can get some action going there. And how about Onalaska and West Salem, two of the power programs over in the La Crosse area? Last year, they played an instant classic in week one. Onalaska won 14-13. Playoffs were a different story, however. In the state semifinals, they met up again. West Salem got them that time to get to the state tournament. So a huge matchup in the La Crosse area. And by the way, all 5 of those games that I just mentioned on Friday night are our nominees for the Quick Trip and Wisconsin Dairy Game of the Week. Reminder, folks can go on and vote for the Game of the Week beginning every Monday morning to determine the Quick Trip and Wisconsin Dairy Game of the Week and where our staff will be on Friday night. There's a lot of really good games around the state of Wisconsin, though. We're looking forward to checking out the scoreboard. Quick plug, make sure you check out the scoreboard on WisSports.net. Of course, make sure you follow at Football WSN on Twitter. You can get all the final scores pumped right into your Twitter feed every Friday night. So it's a huge week. It's really a fun week as we get to see some of these non-conference matchups, some of these games that we otherwise don't get a chance to see. We're really excited to check out what's going to happen on Friday night.
And the game of the week, the Quick Trip and Wisconsin Dairy Game of the Week, it's another way. It's like you get to see these communities, how they do pull together, especially like a lot of times the small schools really take delight in beating the big schools because they really are, they almost have a strategy for who logs on when and who goes after it when. To see the way that's really resonated with people, that it's like even with school not in session, they're all pulling together.
Yeah, and we've had great response with that since we started doing that a couple of years ago. For years, people would always, say to me, well, why don't you ever come watch us play? You never come here. You never go there. You should come here. But this is a chance now for people to have a say. They get a chance to have a say in where our staff goes on Friday night and what the biggest game in the week might be. It's been awesome. I've gone all over the state the last couple of years. I went to Hurley. I went to Crandon, Chippewa Falls, Franklin. Every corner of the state we've been to for our game of the week. And it's really been a great opportunity, as you said, to see the communities, to see the schools, get out and support their programs and say, hey, we got something special going here. Come check us out.
It's kind of interesting with the new staff at Wisconsin, Luke Fickell being there. It's going to be interesting who's auditioning for him and how do they approach Wisconsin, or are they going to, a lot of times you come in from the outside, you might start recruiting away from your home state because you're thinking all the best prospects are in Texas, Florida, California. It'll be interesting to see just how they're approaching. I don't know if you've heard from coaches about, well, are the Badgers checking in with them? Are they, because a lot of the best prospects are going out of state this year, but it'll be very interesting to see how Wisconsin, the actual Badgers, approach the high school prospects here in the state.
Yeah, and this is a unique year for sure. First year for Luke Fickell's coaching staff at Wisconsin, a strong, very strong senior class in the class of 2024. And it's been a little hit and miss with the Badgers. They have 2 commitments currently, but there are a lot of really good kids that are going out of state for various reasons. The number 1 player on our board is Nathan Roy, an offensive lineman from Mugwanago. He's going to Minnesota. He picked Minnesota over Wisconsin and over another strong programs around the state. Corey Smith, running back from Catholic Memorial, he's going to Penn State. Also going to Penn State is his teammate Donovan Harbor, an offensive lineman Garrett Sexton from Arrowhead. So you have 3 players going to Penn State and only 2 going to Wisconsin. The 2 going to Wisconsin, by the way, are Landon Gauthier from Bayport, a linebacker, and Derek Jensen, a dominating offensive lineman at Arrowhead. The Badgers did have a commitment from Robert Booker, a tight end from Waunakee, but he decommitted from Wisconsin, ended up going to and committing to UCLA. So it's a really strong group. There's a number of kids that are going in the Big Ten to Indiana, Rutgers, Penn State, Minnesota. So we'll see if this is kind of an anomaly or if what looks to be a pretty good 2025 class, if Wisconsin can lock down a few more of those guys. They've already offered a number of those players, and again, a strong class. So we'll see where things go with that group and what comes out of it. I also have to mention, because he might be the best high school football player in the state when it comes to high school football, Colton Brunel from Columbus, the running back, last year led them to a state title. They upset Catholic Memorial in the state championship game, but he does have a shot at a number of state records this year, including the all-time career rushing record. So we'll see that will be a storyline that we will be following throughout the year.
All right. Well, we're looking forward. There's a lot of them coming at us, and there's a bunch we have not even thought of yet. It's going to be a great year. It's going to be fun to figure out where you're going to be and where WSN is going to be. That's always exciting to figure out, knowing how many people it matters to see who's going to be the game of the week, and definitely you'll keep everybody up to date. We're looking forward to the year. Travis, thanks a lot.
Absolutely. Thanks, John.
I think when anybody comes onto our farm, they see how family-oriented we are. Having the 3 generations all at one dinner table, it's just a really fun time to spend as a family. I would love to see them someday taking over the farm as well. You know, that's a farmer's ultimate dream, to see it pass on to the hands of the next generation.
Support Wisconsin dairy farmers. Buy Wisconsin cheese and dairy.
All right, let's go, baby. Mind over matter. If you don't mind, it don't matter. Nobody ever drowned in sweat. Let's go, baby. Let's go. All right, I'm pleasantly impressed by that.
They're running out of the tunnels, the locker rooms, etc. here in Suamico, Wisconsin, home of the Bayport Pirates. Middleton, the Road Warriors so far in the first half, leading Bayport 21-14. Bob Brainerd, Dan Brunner, John Pearson, our crew here at Bayport. First half was a good one. So many highlights to show you, so why don't we get to it? Bayport scored the only touchdown in the first quarter on their second drive of the night. They kept it on the run, and it was a 14-yard TD run by Montgomery to give them a 7-0 lead. But Middleton answered in the second quarter. They go on the ground to their star running back, Falk, in from the 6 to tie it up at 7 apiece. And then Middleton goes to Falk again. Nice run here off the right side. 8-yard TD run, 14-7. Cardinals in front, but only for a moment, Dan. Next play, when Bayport got it, they did this.
Yeah, well executed to Torp. Sucked in the defense. The secondary relaxed for a second, and that's all it took.
66-yard hookup, tied it at 14, and then Middleton trying to get the lead back. Instead, the deflection, the interception. Bayport has the football, but then they return the favor with the interception over the middle. And Middleton, with only 6 seconds to go on the clock, look at this play. Bassini making things happen, Dan.
Oh, man. You thought he was down, then he's up, then he finds the receiver for a touchdown.
That was Isaiah Oliver, who got loose and got free for the 31-yard catch. And that's how the first half ended, with Middleton in front 21-14. That's where we stand here, with Middleton getting the football to start the second half of this one. John Pearson, one more time before the second half commences here at Bayport.
Well, guys, everybody's been traveling up and down the field. We've had a couple of different games played within the games, but speaking of travel, the Falk family's been traveling in all kinds of ways. Bryce Falk scored that early touchdown in the first half, and his dad, Ben, back from Africa where he was deployed. And you were there 10 months, you said. How glad are you to be back to see just your son have this opportunity to be on this special team and just to really value this moment, to have him back?
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, aside from the, 40 or 50 degree weather temperature shift from a couple of weeks ago to now, so I got to bundle up a little bit more than you guys do, but it's amazing to be back. I missed the tail end of the season last year, and it's wonderful. This is an awesome game to be back, and great to see him get those 2 touchdowns right out the gate.
We don't always know all the storylines. Obviously, you mentioned that to me that Bryce was on a wrestling tour. Then obviously you're in Africa. I have to say Djibouti, just because Bob Brainerd in the booth has to have time to laugh so he can get back on the air for us. But talk about being able to maybe have to keep track of things from a distance and then see what a young man you're raised, even if you've had to be gone for part of it.
Well, it's a lot better than when my dad would have deployed. I mean, thank God for Wi-Fi and internet being out there, because it allows us to watch these kind of things and kind of keep track and have a bunch of people there cheering on with me. But nothing like being here in person.
Okay, one thing I noticed about Bryce is that he likes to get hit 2 or 3 times on every play. He almost looked bored scoring the touchdown because it was too clear a path. Does he do that at home, where he bumps into stuffed animals from the rest of the family and have to bump into people all the time?
Yeah, we got to repaint the walls quite a bit. There's a few doors we need to fix every now and then. But, yeah, once in a while he gets to walk one in, and that's great. But he certainly seems to like to get through it the hard way sometimes.
All right, this game's been a great one so far. A great way to welcome you back, and hopefully for his sake, Bryce might find that end zone again, and he knows he's going to take some more hits.
Thank you, gentlemen. Appreciate the chat. And yes, indeed, welcome home, Dad. Bayport will boot the football here. Owen Belial will do the honors. Isaiah Oliver, one of the deep men, along with Harrison Armstrong. And it will be Armstrong fueling it at the 15. Harrison navigating, and he gets tripped up. Ethan Farley was there for the trip up. So that big play to end the first half, Dan, puts Middleton in front. Now they would love a little bang for your buck here and try to put another score on the board here to kickstart the third.
Yeah, we'll see how Bayport responds. The 2 good quality programs. John alluded to it a little bit earlier about, what does that big play do to your mindset? I don't think it rattles either of these teams. They just go right back to their game plan and try to execute it.
Gabe Passini is the quarterback for the Cardinals. 1st and 10 from the 23. Quick flip to the sideline. And then catch and carry out close to the 30-yard line. Troy Teff.
Boy, that was a nice grab by Teff.
Yeah, because it was coming in with a little extra juice. And Teff with the sure hands. Gain of 5, 2nd and 5 at the 28. Give it a Falk. And again, the hard running. 2 touchdown carries by Bryce in the first half. And he had 17 a year ago and led the Big 8 in rushing. Over 1,300 yards on the ground for Bryce Falk. Off to a great start here in week 1. First down carry there, 1st and 10 from the 34. Falk again. Left side this time. And the Bayport defense converges to allow just a couple.
Yeah, Griffin Murphy got over there. Nice stop on his part.
Saw Noah Holtz, 22. Yeah. That's him. A little gimpy getting out of the scrum there, but he refuses to check out. 2nd down and 8 for Middleton. Bassini to throw. Now run. And good decision. Brought down at midfield.
Yeah, no hesitation. Nothing there. Tuck it and run. You can see, get good protection up front. Enough good coverage in the secondary. He makes the right decision.
Dan, what I've noticed with Bassini, he doesn't look to run right away.
Nope.
If he wants to throw, he's going to buy as much time as possible. And then, when all those options run out, then number 8 is going to be on the run. From the 50. Falk, nothing doing, runs into a blue wall. They'll give him just a yard. Falk not happy with the extracurricular noogies, but his teammates reel him in.
He and Griffin Murphy are not best friends right now.
You've seen him slither. Yeah, Murphy.
Murphy's trying to get that ball out of there.
Yeah. Play to the whistle, right?
Yep.
That's what Murphy did. 2nd down and 9 from the 49. Catch is made. Oliver. And a first down. Oliver making huge plays. None bigger than that one before halftime, but boy, 16 is really showing some toughness from the receiver spot.
As a sophomore, Bob, I mean, he certainly is not playing like your typical sophomore.
And we mentioned in the first half that Dad is the Badgers' assistant basketball coach for Greg Gard. First carry of the night here. Kavion Whitelow, junior running back, 5'10", 190. Giving Bryce Falk a breather, a blow. He's on the sidelines, not in the huddle at the moment. Didn't see him go off injured.
No, you saw a good example there of Brock Gauthier, the sophomore, who one of his top characteristics, he's good on run support, and he was there.
Whitelow stays in the backfield. On 2nd down and 9. Bassini, little play action. Oliver again, slips a tackle and gets the first down because of it. Boy, Oliver's showing some moves. That's what Dad teaches on the basketball court there, to work around the screen and slip around for extra.
Yeah, gets open. Bassini hits him on the cut, shakes the first tackle, picks up another 8 or 9.
Yeah, nifty. Down to the 20-yard line. Middleton out of the chute here to start the second half of football. On the move, 1st and 10. Whitelow gets it, and he lowers the shoulder, makes his way to the 20 for a gain of 3. Now, this is something that Tim Simon and Joe Poles talked about, because Bryce Falk carries a heavy load, Dan, there will be times when they want to see some other backs just to give number one a blow, who's back in there right now.
Yeah, and they have to do that. You can't ride one horse the whole season.
Second down and call it 8 from the 20. Falk back in there. Fake it to him. Pacini looking to the end zone. Got his man! Oh, and it bounces out of the hands of Troy Teff.
Whoa. Oh, Teff showed such good hands on that one throw early in the drive. He just took his eyes off it, I think.
He's got 2 or 3 steps on the nearest defender. Teff, look at this. It's too easy.
Too easy. Oh, he wants that one back.
Blake Bookinger just looked and said, ooh, bullet dodged. Well, here we go again. Middleton will try it again on 3rd and 8. Pacini, little play action over the middle again. It's intercepted. Bayport smelled it and snuffed it out. Picked off by Tommy Berg.
Yeah, he did a nice job reading the quarterback's eyes, got in the passing lane. Pacini never saw him.
There's a play on the play.
There was a flag. It came in late. Didn't get the signal, but Bayport's going to keep the football. We know that. So the penalty came after the play was over, after the interception. So record it. Offense out there for the Pirates. And it'll be 1st and 10 at the 15. Boy, great drive by Middleton to come out of the locker room at halftime. But then what should have been a sure touchdown on the very next play, picked off. Here's Khalees and company. He lost the handle again. This time, though, he pounced on it to avert even more damage. It's been an issue tonight on the snap, Dan.
Big time issue. You can see again on the snap. Just not secured. Snap's taking too long to get to him. Something they're going to have to fix in a hurry.
Owen Belisle is the senior center. But a couple times, 3 or 4 in fact, Carter Khalees has been in trouble. Tough to find the handle. From his own end zone he throws, and incomplete, intended for Torp. Had to get it out there quickly because Middleton was coming. And now you got 3rd down and 20. So the Middleton defense trying to step up. And after the offense turned it over, get it right back in their hands here. Looking for a stop on 3rd and long.
3rd down 20 from the 5-yard line.
Third and a bunch. Khalees in the end zone, launches down the sidelines, 2 men down there, and almost intercepted. Broken up by D'Onofrio, who was ball hawking in the secondary, Dan.
Yeah, great coverage. Gave him a double move here. He's running it out and up. They didn't bite on it. He had good double coverage downfield, and D'Onofrio did a nice job.
Bookinger was the intended receiver, but they knew one of the playmakers was going to try to get that football, had him well covered. So now, punt coming from the back of their own end zone. Deep to receive, Harrison Armstrong for Middleton. He's at the 35. And the run up at the 30. Armstrong trying to bounce for extra. And then brought down and out of bounds at the 28-yard line. So Middleton in good shape once again here. We'll try to cash in on their second opportunity here in the second half. Got the touchdown on the final play of the first half. Drive to start the second half was terrific, only to see it end on an interception. And now Gabe Piscini back at the controls on 1st and 10 at the 28. Toss it to Falk. Going nowhere. But he refuses to go nowhere.
Yeah, it could have been a 4 or 5 yard loss. He at least gets it back almost to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah. Maybe a hair shy, but yeah, could have been worse, Dan Brunner.
Yeah.
They'll mark him at the 30. So a loss of 1, 2nd and 11. Piscini has trips to the top. And Teff at the bottom of the screen. Falk in the backfield.
Oh.
Drop the football.
You got to catch it before you run.
Yeah, Drew Cooney, the tight end. Again, they flex those TEs out at times. And Cooney, he had some running room in front because the posse was out front getting ready to block for him. But instead, it's 3rd and 11.
It's 3rd down and 11 from the 29-yard line.
Cardinals trying to pick up the first down. Keep this drive alive. Piscini to throw. Fires too high. Intended for Max Hunter.
Yeah, if you're John Krause, you got to be happy with your defensive effort these last 2 series.
Yeah, they've buttoned it up for Bayport here when they needed to. So now offense is still out there. Now remember, Piscini is also your punter for Middleton, so he may drop back and pooch kick it, or he may try to pick it up.
He's got tough one-on-one up top. No safety help.
4th and 11. Going for it. Piscini pumps, fires, end zone, dropped!
No.
A marker came in while the pass was in the air. But another drop by Middleton. Max Hunter drops this one. We'll see what the hanky's all about. It came flying in at the 15-yard line while Piscini's pass was airborne. Might be a hold on Bayport, which would keep hopes alive for Middleton. It is. 10-yard penalty, so still 4th down, Dan, but only 4th and 1 now.
Yeah, 4th and 1.
Big difference if you're Middleton.
Let's see if we can pick up the hold on the replay here.
Now you see the hanky.
Yeah.
So it might have been a hold up top. But, again, if Max Hunter, who's wide open, catches it, the flag means nothing. It's a touchdown.
It's a touchdown.
Well, now it's 4th and 1. Piscini goes under center.
Sneak. Yep.
And does he move the pile? He does.
Oh, yeah.
Bayport was ready for it. They had a feeling number 8 was going to try to pick this one up, and he does.
You can see they got a pretty good push here. Low pad always wins.
That's where those big bodies who come off the bus come in handy, Dan Brunner.
Absolutely.
So, drive alive for Middleton from the 18-yard line. Again, trips at the top, Teff at the bottom of your screen. And Falk's got it on the draw.
Oh, man.
Falk, touchdown! Middleton up on the Falk touchdown run, his 3rd of the evening.
Yeah, just keep feeding the beast. And he is a beast. Right up the gut. Guys up front got a good push on there. His center, KJ Peterson, made a great block to open that hole.
Bryce Falk has gone in from the 6, from the 8, and now from the 18. 3 TD runs on the evening. What a way to start your 2023 campaign. Cooney for the PAT. And it's good. One more look, Dan.
Yeah, good push up front. All he needs is one little crease, and he's untouched.
And you go back to, again, that good zone read by the running back. It helps to have the big bodies up front, but it also helps to have those eyes on a swivel, Dan, that awareness of the running back. Where is the crease? Where is the opening I need to hit?
Yeah, that just comes from repetition in practice, and he's just got the innate ability to make that one cut once he sees the opening.
2 years ago, first matchup of week 1 between these teams, Bayport won it 26-14. A year ago, Bayport won it convincingly, 38-21. Middleton, they love this matchup in week 1. It's the 3rd time they've done it in 3 consecutive years. They would like to win one of them to kick off their season in style.
Yeah, and they chewed up a bunch of time in that quarter.
Had 2 shots at it and then finally cashed in. From the 10-yard line, Bookinger. Big, long, loping strides by number 33. Out to the 31-yard line. So now the Pirates with some work to do. The uphill climb, trailing by a pair of touchdowns.
First on the 10 from the 31-yard line.
A little misdirection. And a gain of about 2, maybe 3.
Carter goes the ball carrier.
On the carry by Calise.
Second by number 46, Sam Bylaw.
Gonna bring up 2nd down and 7.
It's a big series for Bayport. They need to answer, not necessarily put it in the end zone, but they got to flip this field.
Some of the bigs up front for the Cardinals.
Oh.
Nice run. Again, they do that little inside jet sweep action, and then you look for the opening on the edge, Dan.
And you know, Bookingers, you can just see here. I mean, he's always just a step away from going the distance.
Yeah, that's the danger zone with 33.
Yeah.
You better bring him down, because if he gets past the linebackers, look out. Fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10, 43. Straight ahead grinder now by the Pirates. Bookinger again on the carry. Carter Calise, remember, he's just a first-year starter at the QB position, Dan. All-conference honorable mention receiver a year ago. He's looked really impressive at the controls in his first game.
That's not an easy position, obviously.
But to play it like you've been playing it your whole high school career, that's impressive. Out of number 2. 2nd down and 7. Here is number 2. And this time, well, he's not down yet. Going for the strip.
Sam Byloff.
Yeah, Pyloff.
Oh, man.
We talked about Sam earlier. Our Rutgers recruit started outside linebacker the last 2 years. Teams usually run away from Sam because, of this.
And that's why they moved him to the middle. And obviously, he's a play to the whistle guy, too.
Yeah, they noticed that Sam's stats went down, but it wasn't because Sam was doing anything wrong. Teams said, forget it. Don't run at 46. So that's why they moved him inside. More opportunities to be disruptive. He's the real deal. 6'3", 220, and quick.
Yeah.
3rd and 7 here for Bayport. Little draw. Middleton ready for it, but decision time here. You got midfield. You got 4th and 3, long 3.
Yeah, I mean, they're kind of. This is tough. I mean, they need to make something happen.
Yeah. But not an easy chunk to get here either.
No, not at all.
But they'll try to get it on 4th down. Elise has it. Got to get rid of it or run. He'll get rid of it. And catch is made for the first down. To Bookinger, Calise bought all the time he needed, Dan, to finally complete it.
And Bob, 9 times out of 10, what's going to happen here? We don't see it. You're going to have linemen downfield. They didn't. That's great discipline by that old line to not cheat, go downfield, and get a penalty.
And Bookinger coming back to help his QB out. They get the first down. Now back to the ground. Push it, the pile out to the 35.
That's a great run by Montgomery and a great push by that old line. That's 5 yards on first down against a big Middleton D line.
Winding down the third quarter. Important drive for Bayport here, trailing by a pair of touchdowns. Toss it. The outside Bookinger. Boy, they got everybody to bite on Montgomery up front, Dan, and then.
Yep. Got it to Bookinger. Bookinger did a great job on this, too. Not necessarily, and you'll see it right here. You know, when he knows where he's got to go for the first down. Does he risk it and try and go around the edge? No. He plants his foot, gets upfield, and gets the first down.
From the 29, 1st and 10, Pirates. Back to the ground, Montgomery. Strong running off the right side. Inside the 25, right at the 25. 2nd down, upcoming. We got a man down. It's a big man.
Yeah.
For Middleton. Might be Quan Burks.
Quan Burks, I think. No. Yeah, I think it is. Yep, Quan Burks. Good to see him get up.
He's a junior. Got the ability to be special.
Yeah.
Say the coaching staff at Middleton.
Yeah, they said his goal is to make the center have the longest night of his life.
Stay tuned after the game for our Jolly Good Soda Player of the Game. It's brought to you by Jolly Good. No truth to the rumor that they'll fill the water jugs with Jolly Good Soda and douse the player of the game, but we're just throwing ideas out there. We're just spitballing. 2nd down and 6 from the 25. Calise trying to find a seam, found one, but that was it. Bottled up then at the 25-yard line. And clock will wind down here. They'll turn it around here and get things ready for the 4th quarter of play here at Bayport. One touchdown tallied in that 3rd quarter. It was by Middleton, who takes a 14-point lead on the road in the 4th period of play. You're watching the Thursday Night Throwdown.
We celebrate the athletes, the buzzer beaters, the record breakers, the wins. Now, it's time to celebrate the people behind it all. The advice givers, the community shapers, the game changers, the life changers. It's time to celebrate our coaches. Join all of us at BSN Sports and show your coach some love by sharing their story with #ThankYouCoach.
Back here at Bayport High School. 4th quarter, will be underway shortly with Bayport trailing by 14 at 28-14. But on the move here with the football. And an important play coming here on 3rd down and 6 from the 25. Carter Calise has shown a very poised knack for making plays when his back is against the wall. Trying to do it again on the toss. And blasted out of bounds.
The pitch goes to Bookinger.
To Bookinger. See where they spot it and see how much they'll need on 4th down coming up.
3.
Yep.
3 on the play.
So 4th and 3 upcoming for the Pirates. They need just beyond the 20-yard line to move the chains one more time. Calise going to throw. Fires incomplete. It was intended for James Williams. He was out of bounds, so even if he catches it, Dan, no go, no dice. Middleton takes over. There just wasn't anything open downfield.
No, not at all. Great coverage in the secondary. A decent containment on Calise. Good hold by the Cardinals.
Middleton, 7-4 a year ago, 6-1 in Big 8 play. They lost in round 2, level 2 of the state playoffs, 21-14 to Wanakee. It was a heartbreaking end of their season. Trying to kickstart this new season in style with a huge W on the road. Go on the ground to Bryce Falk. Marker flies in from the backfield. As Falk goes down, we'll check the penalty. And it's going to be a hold on Middleton. Both these teams, Dan, favored to either win or at least be in the conversation in their conferences. Middleton in the Big 8. Fox River Classic is where Bayport takes up residency.
Yeah, they're definitely going to be teams to deal with all the way through the playoffs.
Saw Tom Lee point holding on Bayport, but that was the wrong direction.
Yep. When those guys up front, Max, Romanesco, Winkle, and Depler had just done a great job in that 3-4 defense.
So it's 1st down again for Middleton. Now they need the 32-yard line to pick up a first. Started off, toss at the Falk. He gets bum rushed. Nowhere to run or hide.
No, Winkle again. Winkle right there. Depler right there.
Logan Hook was in there.
Yeah, linebackers coming up. Hawker.
We talked about how important that last drive was offensively from the 3rd into the 4th for Bayport. This is a key mission now, key assignment for the Bayport defense.
Yeah, they flipped the field, so they're going to give themselves a short field if they hold them here.
2nd down in a bunch. Pacini from the end zone to throw over the middle in traffic. Incomplete, intended for Elijah Coleman. Coleman's a senior. Couldn't get his hands on it. And it brings up 3rd and long.
Yeah, Coleman, as a junior, he only had 2 catches, but guess what? They were both touchdowns.
Yeah, I noticed that. Made the most.
22 from the 7-yard line.
3rd down and a bunch. Bassini doesn't want to punt. Gets a crack here to pick it up. Gonna need a lot. Buying time in the end zone. He throws. He's incomplete. Intended for Coleman again. And now he'll have to punt. Middleton will have to punt on 4th down.
Yeah, you've seen good protection up front. Got him out of the pocket. Good coverage downfield, though.
Yeah, Lucas Bradley there to break it up. Bookinger deep to receive. And Bassini will punt once again.
Oh, block.
That's a touchdown for Bayport. Recovered by Nick Hawker for 6.
Man, that changes the game. Right back in it. Boy, never had a chance to get this off. There are 3 guys there.
Give Ethan Farley the block. Give Hawker the recovery in the end zone. Give Bayport 6. We've talked all night long about coaches auditioning players.
Yeah.
Bassini is one of 4 possibilities the Cardinals are looking at to punt the football. It didn't work out that time.
No, and not really Passini's fault. I mean, more so give the credit to Bayport. What a rush.
Yeah, that was the issue. Now going for 2 here to cut this deficit and make things interesting in the 4th quarter. Pressure coming from the outside. Doesn't matter. In for 2 goes Calise.
Man, he has made some big plays tonight.
And that may be the biggest, depending on how this one ends, because now it's a 6-point deficit.
I mean, look at it. He avoids the sack and then scores the 2-point conversion. He's done it with his arm, he's done it with his feet, and then I think he's done it with his head.
That was Tyler Vogt coming around untouched. And Calise sensed it at the last second and took off for the pylon. So a block punt, 2-point conversion, ball game on at 28-22 here.
Kicking off with the Pirates, number 54, Owen Belisle.
Belisle to boot it. How about this for week 1?
Oh, man.
Next to return number 34, Ethan Sorensen.
Sorensen deep, along with Armstrong.
Onside kick. Did
Ball's
he touch
loose.
it? I think he touched it.
If Middleton touched it,
then it's their ball.
Then it's live football, and they think they've got the football.
Well, let's see.
It's got to go 10 yards, but if somebody touches it,
no.
Can't tell.
I can't tell if it touched the Bayport player first. That coach thinks he did.
The crew is huddling up here. Tom Lee's crew. Illegal touching. So that's going to be Middleton football. So, again, it's got to go 10 yards.
Right.
If a Bayport player touches it prior to going 10 yards, that's a no-no. Let's see if somebody touches it from Bayport. It's got to get to the 50.
First down and 10 from the 49
and maybe.
Boy, it's really hard to see when it changed, whether it was because a Middleton player did touch it.
Right. But did a Bayport foot make contact first? Boy, tough to tell even a couple times on the replay.
Yeah.
Anyway, Middleton, they wipe their brow, keep the football, 49-yard line, 1st and 10, Falk the football, sheds a tackler, and then more. Falk down the sideline, Bryce Falk Banged out of bounds, finally at the 20. He's got 3 TD runs tonight. He almost made it 4.
Wow. Well, you can see why he was all Big 8 and led the conference in rushing. Again, there he is, one cut up the sideline. He's got good speed, too. Murphy saved the touchdown.
He reads that defense so well.
Well,
he's strong when he needs to be, and he's quick when he needs to be. 23-yard line, 1st and 10 Cards. Their lead is 6. Back to Falk. And he leans up and over the 20-yard line to the 19.
Yeah, he just wears you down. How about the gutsy call to go for the onside kick?
Yeah, that was something.
That was great.
They're trying to strike while the momentum was shifting.
Yeah.
2nd and 6 from the 19. Draw play, Falk again. Going to be a yard shy. 3rd and 1 coming up for Middleton.
Yeah, nice play by Hawker again. This Bayport red zone defense has been really good.
You said it earlier on this drive, Dan. This is where number 1 comes into play for Middleton. You want to try to feed him and wear down defenses late in the contest.
And he wants the ball.
Crowd making racket here. Bassini under center again. And the push once again, no problem. 1st down run, Middleton. Moves the chains as the clock moves. Under 9 to go in regulation.
Yeah, again, KJ Peterson doing a great job up front. He played all over the line last year. Now he's just concentrating at center. You can see the difference.
1st and 10 from the 11. High snap. Falk.
Yeah, end zone.
He is. Touchdown. Bryce Falk. Number 4 on the night. Have a night, young man.
Yeah, there's certain players, Bob, that just, when you get near that goal line, they're getting in, and he's one of them. You can see it right there. Keeping him out.
So the plays on this drive, giving him the football, feeding him the football. That was the wear down part. And then, as you said, Dan, when they get close, he just smells the end zone.
Yeah.
Cooney for the extra point. He's been perfect tonight. 5 for 5 and a 35 on the board for Middleton. Boy, just when things look like they might derail here in the 4th quarter, they just go right back to the bread and butter.
Yeah, and there were some great blocks on that play. I mean, there were bodies flying around.
Well, Bayport going to have to answer the call once again. Get up off the mat.
Yep.
Great turnout here, as always. One of the premier football programs in the state, as always. And the fans always respond. Showing up here for week 1 of Pirate football. Bookinger again to receive. The kick coming from Tyler Vogt. Going to be a short kick, fielded at the 10. And Bookinger Boy, he has found the lanes returning kicks tonight, Dan.
Yeah, he is a talented football player.
And after that, right back into the backfield. But
you see, I mean, he just finds the seam here. Then he turns on the jets, and then he lowers the boom when he knows he's going to get hit.
Yeah, that's Vogt who kicked it off and then got punished. So the Pirates back at it here. 1st and 10 from the 47. Carter Calise in his first game at QB. Going for the home run, and there's the marker.
Yep.
Torp, the intended receiver. D'Onofrio was bumping and banging with him down the field, and he got caught. It'll be a PI for 15. Tom Lee makes it official.
Pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, Calise, maybe a little long of a pass, but still too much contact to not throw that.
Number 5 wasn't happy with the call.
Nope.
But Bayport, they'll take that chunk. Move the football into Middleton territory here.
Yeah, need to score on this drive.
It's imperative. 8 minutes and change to go in regulation. 1st and 10 from the 38. On the give. Oh, nothing doing. Dom Frost.
Wow.
Engulfing the ball carrier.
Impersonating an amoeba.
Oh, Big 8 a year ago, 6'4", 303.
Yeah. Tevin Montgomery had nowhere to go.
Worth mentioning again, Asher Kalaji,
the
son of Ross, who was also a beast up front. You could have had Kalaji and Frost up front and Quan Burrs.
Yeah.
Second down and a dozen. Calise, all kinds of time. Flushed out. Ball's caught, and then it's dropped. Fumbled. They'll say catch and fumble here, I believe. Who's got the ball?
Middleton.
Middleton's got it. Out of the pile, D'Onofrio.
D'Onofrio, yep.
Everyone in the stadium had to wait to see who emerged. It was number 5.
Yeah, not the best decision right there, but again, he got it to a ball player. You just got to tuck it away.
And Tyler Plummer made the catch, made the move 2 steps.
Yeah.
And then ball poked out from the backside. And then they unpiled, and D'Onofrio was there with it. Critical turnover by Bayport. Now Middleton, you know they're going to do a lot of this. Go to number 1. Try to grind this one out and salt this one away on the road. Bryce Falk with 4 touchdowns, had 17 a year ago. He may blow that number out of the water at this pace in 2023. Second down and 6. Falk again. Going to be close to first down, about a yard shy at the 45. 3rd and 1 coming up. Clock runs, and Middleton will no doubt run here.
They're starting to use the clock.
From the 45-yard line.
Use as much as they possibly can. Needing a yard here. And it'll be Bassini getting that yard. Oh man. And then inflicting the punishment.
Yeah. Those quarterbacks take the easy road and run out of bounds.
And poor Tommy Berg. Bassini just, I mean, that's a lethal stiff arm by number 8.
Yeah. Yeah, this is not your average quarterback run.
And of course, everybody bit on Falk. Rightfully so. But watch right here. Like swatting a gnat away.
Yeah.
My goodness. But mission accomplished. Get the first down. Keep the clock rolling here. 1st and 10 at the 34.
And they're eating up every second of it.
Toss it to Falk.
Oh.
Bassini now turns into a blocker and does that. Falk out of bounds.
Wow. Could have had a 4 or 5 yard loss. He turns it into a 5-yard gain.
Stay tuned for the end of the game. We will have our Jolly Good Soda player of the game for you. You might be seeing him. Crack open the good times and savor the flavor with Jolly Good Soda. They put the pop in Wisconsin. 2nd down and 5. Ball on the 29-yard line. Carry here by Whitelow. Saw him get a handful of carries in the 3rd quarter to spell Bryce Falk. Under 5 to go in regulation. Again, Middleton, Road Warriors, back on the road. They'll play at Waterford next week. Bayport, you talk about a gauntlet to start the season. These guys, and then at Kimberly next week.
Yeah. Those paper makers are something else.
It's the team that ended Bayport's season in the playoffs a year ago. Another shot at them in week 2. Whitelow again. Gang tackled at the 24-yard line. And then after week 2, conference play for both these teams will kick in. But I agree with you, Dan. These are 2 teams that have the potential to make some seriously deep playoff runs once they get there. If you keep all the pieces intact, you've seen the veterans that both these teams will lean on. Now it's going to be, all right, what have we seen from the youngsters? And we've seen those guys, too, who are starting to take a step up on the big stage.
You know, and Bayport's got a big piece to their puzzle coming back soon.
Timeout called by Middleton. Their first here in the second half.
Well, you can just see the success and the tradition of these programs. You know, I talked to Gary Westerman earlier. He had no idea what his record is. It's 106-20 as a head coach.
Pretty good, right?
Yeah.
John Pearson checking in from the sidelines.
Hey guys, we normally call out to the schools, the athletic directors, to find out stories about what's special about each school. I got hold of Mr. Sims from Middleton, and he handed the phone to his intern, who also happens to be a star softball and basketball player, Mackenzie Zimmerman. And she's an intern because she's already thinking about what she wants to do in her future. She just did a job shadow with the assistant district attorney and got to sit in on jury selection because she might go in that direction. And she was the select speaker at the Exceptional Women of Middleton to salute 7 women who've made a difference in the community. I'd say I want my 14-year-old daughter to turn out like her, but I think I want me to turn out like her.
Yeah, time's running out, JP.
Yeah.
Just saying. Out of the timeout, 2nd down and 9 from the 23. Pitch it to Falk. And Bryce again refusing to go down on first contact.
Yeah, makes something out of nothing again. Gives them a manageable 3rd down.
Yeah, got 3, need 5 here as we wind down to the 3-minute mark. Again, co-coaches this year. Tim Simon, you see Joe Poles there with the play card. They've both been around. Dan mentioned.
Oh, yeah.
Simon was the head coach at Middleton for 15 years earlier in his career. Nice stack up there by the Bayport defense.
Yep, Hawker.
And then Bayport says timeout to preserve some time here as they bring up 4th down.
Yeah, Joe Poles been an assistant there since 2009.
They're in good hands.
Yeah.
Is the bottom line. They're interim coaches, and both of them said, we're not going to think about what that means going forward. All we're going to focus is on the field in 2023. The future is the future. But the bottom line is that when Middleton needed someone to take over the reins of this program, it was right there in front of them with 2 guys who have experience right at Middleton High School.
Yeah, intimate knowledge of the tradition, the program, the players, the school, community, and on and on. So, you know, they're not missing a beat.
Both teams with 2 timeouts remaining. It'll be 4th down and about 6 needed. With a 13-point lead. No sign of trying to kick a field goal here. You try to get the 1st down, and if not, then you just toss it on your defense to hold the fort for the final 2:44.
4th down and 5 from the 21-yard line.
Trying to convert here, though, and make that a moot point. Gabe Piscini. Whoops. Troy Teff got a running start. That works in arena football, Dan.
Yeah, exactly.
But here, it's a 5-yard penalty. So now, you've turned it into 4th down and 11. Again, still going to go for it here, try to pick it up. Play comes in from Zach Rast, the offensive coordinator. Empty backfield for Piscini here on 4th down. Trying to run for it, not going to happen. Bayport wasn't buying it. They had a feeling Hawker was in there again, but they had a feeling, Dan, this was not going to be a pass. It was going to be all run by number 8.
Yep, all run.
So the Pirates take over. 2 minutes and change to go here in regulation. They trail by 13. And the ball starting this drive at the 30-yard line. Galise has made things happen tonight with his feet, with his arm. Can he do it again? With the arm, it's tipped around. D'Onofrio got in there and got a piece.
He is a ball hawk.
Isn't he? Watch number 5 come into the play here. Oh.
Off the helmet of.
I take it back, Tom.
Yeah. I think that was the Harrison Armstrong's helmet, I think.
I think you're right. At first blush, it looked like D'Onofrio made a nice play. He was just a bystander. Loading up. And again, that secondary now, they know this is coming, Dan, so they're playing prevent.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Khalid's going to keep firing, though, here. 3rd and 10 coming up. So 3rd and 10 from the 30. Couple more shots here for the Pirates. Khalees buying time. Loads up again. Almost coming up with it.
Got it, yeah.
Bookinger. And we got a Cardinals down but up. That's good.
Yeah, it's cramping time of the game. Yeah, you're right here, Bob. Bookinger almost came up with this. The defender almost pinned it against him.
Yeah. And then D'Onofrio gets his hands in there to rip it out. He was the one who came up gimpy, was Thomas. And he's still gimpy. He's got to get off the football field now. Tried to shake it off, and now he's really having a tough time getting over to the sideline as number 5. There he is. Wanted to stay out there, and they said, nope, not worth it. So 4th and 10, got to go for it down 13. Bayport, and they'll keep this drive alive. Catch made near midfield by number 5, Tyler Plummer.
Yep, Plummer, nice grab. Guys, nobody quitting right here on that Bayport team.
No, sir. So Plummer make a nice little juke on the inside. Give himself some breathing room. 2:15 to go. 1st and 10 from the 49-yard line. 2 timeouts remaining for Bayport. Personal foul, roughing the passer. And that's going to tack on 15 more. No one in the house. We were all watching Plummer downfield, and no one saw the penalty marker in the backfield. But advantage Pirates. They'll take it. Put the ball at the 36 of Middleton now. They need 2 scores, and they need to do it in a hurry. Calise trying to get them there in a hurry. Downfield, and jump ball is incomplete. Broken up in the secondary. Plummer, again, the intended receiver. So without the D'Onofrio, they're going to keep going well here, Dan.
Absolutely.
I mean, A, they have to do that. They need to score quickly downfield. And B, without number 5 in the equation, that opens things up for some deep shots here by Bayport.
Yeah, they put it in the end zone. It could be interesting.
2nd and 10 from 36. Nicely done there.
Yeah, that's number 9, James Williams.
Big tight end target at 6'4".
Yeah, Coach said he's going to present some matchup issues. You can see on this crossing route underneath, the big target.
Nothing fancy, just get it done, past the chains, get the first down, stop the clock.
Yeah.
And all of the above accomplished. From the 25, 1st and 10, Bayport.
1st and 10 to 25.
Tunnel screen.
Yep. And Bookinger just shy of the first down. Got to hustle up here. Bayport will do just that, going quick, needing a yard to get the first down, needing the end zone to try that onside kick again. Gleason 2nd and 1. Going for 6. He's got it!
Whoa.
Touchdown! Sawyer Torp!
Have a night.
Second. Oh, he's having a night, Dan. His second TD catch of the night. 16-yard hookup. Game still on here at Bayport.
Boy, nice throw and catch.
They'll go for the regular run-of-the-mill extra point because of that 2-point conversion.
Yeah, absolutely.
This really makes things interesting if they convert here. And they do, because now it's a 6-point game. And a touchdown and a PAT can win it for Bayport because they did this.
Nice concentration by Torp. Here comes the onside attempt.
They were close the first time.
I know.
If they can get it again, they got plenty of time and 2 timeouts left to try to walk this one off, Dan. 35-29. So Middleton now in position that they're trying to hang on for the W on the road. And Owen Belisle tricks up his sleeve. We shall see.
Yeah, here comes the hands team.
Yep. Watch for the pooch over the hands team, too. Oh, my goodness. Official says Middleton football.
Oh, man.
We could not see.
Couldn't
All the
see it.
Bayport players were surrounding, but yes, clearly out of the pile, it looks like Middleton came up with it. Take another look. It was sure interesting, folks. Had it.
Oh, man.
Second man came up with it.
Oh.
Dan loves that.
They had a shot.
So the bobble by the first man, but the second man, Billy Panagalopoulos, senior wide receiver, was there. Bryce Falk on the carry. Timeout coming. They've got 2 left. Bayport will burn 1. We're going to take another look, Dan. Watch the back end of the play. 13 backing up his teammate. Elijah Coleman comes flying into the pile, and then he just wrestled it away from Bayport. And the official right there. I mean, right at his
there.
feet.
Yeah, he was right there. But it was certainly up for grabs.
Well, both onside kicks were interesting, to say the least.
Yeah.
So Bayport, one more timeout. They can only stop the clock one more time. A first down ices the ball game for Middleton. It's all about ball security here for
absolutely.
the Cardinals.
Yeah. Regardless of the outcome, this is just the epitome of what you want in that opening game, non-conference game. Both teams tested. Decisions to be made based on the quality of your opponent.
Whitelow's in the backfield behind Piscini here. Piscini keeps it. My goodness.
Oh, man.
My goodness. How did he not go down?
I have no idea.
I mean, Bayport is scratching and clawing and ripping and tearing at number 8. He refused to go down.
Absolutely. Had him dead to rights in the backfield. Slips 2, 3, 4 tackles.
That's big boy football right there.
Yeah.
The first down run. And again, Bayport can only stop it one more time, and that has arrived. Final timeout. And if Middleton just secures the football here, they're going to get the W on the road and win the first game in this series, which has gone to Bayport the first 2 years. But it has truly been iron sharpening iron tonight for both these squads.
Yeah, they're both going to get a ton out of this game film.
Absolutely. It'll be a long bus ride back to the suburbs of Madison, but
A happy one.
It will be. Take care of the football here. No timeouts remaining for the Pirates. Whitelow in the backfield. Bassini on the snap. Will take a knee. Clock will wind down. One more snap coming,
yep.
and our jolly good player of the game is upcoming, so do not go away. After the teams shake hands, it'll be a respectful handshake line to be sure, and then John Pearson will do the honors and try and corral our jolly good soda player of the game. Bassini one more time. Down he goes. And the clock winds down here at Bayport High School. It felt like a throwdown. Thursday night throwdown,
Man,
Dan.
no kidding.
That label was appropriate here for our maiden voyage here on WSN. Final score, the Middleton Cardinals win it on the road at Bayport High School. There is your final score, 35-29.
I love living in Kewanee, Wisconsin because the skies are blue, smell of the fresh green grass. It's just a beautiful place to live. I love it. You love your animals, you love what you're doing, you love everything about farming, and you want to carry on those traditions. That's why we dairy farm.
A happy team of visitors here in northeast Wisconsin. Traveled a long way, but as Dan said, it'll be a long bus ride home, but a happy one for the Middleton Cardinals, who win it here at Bayport High School for the first time in 3 tries. These teams have met in week 1, and it's Middleton victorious tonight, 35-29. Down to the field we go to John Pearson. He's with our jolly good player of the game.
What? Crazy when somebody scores 4 touchdowns, there's still a debate on who the player of the game is, because this was a team win.
Sophomore year, we came out here and we got beat, but
we
came back and gave them what they deserve. So
go play.
There were a bunch of times that either team could have folded, like things went against you.
Yeah, it was
how did you reach down to keep coming back when it looked like they're going to?
It was a very mentally tough game.
Coach Poles.
And it's just about who was more mentally tough, and I think we were that mentally tough team.
Yeah! You guys overcame a slow start last year. To have a start like this, is it more of a springboard?
I would say so. I think we're just coming in hot. Future games, we're just going to come in hot.
Oh, yeah! I can't tell if they like this guy or not, but he's our player of the game, and obviously this might be the team of the week.
It's a happy group of birds. Thank you, John. Thank you, Bryce. And thank you, one and all, for tuning into the maiden voyage of the Thursday Night Throwdown. For all the state scores, for all the stats, for all the previews, go to WisSports.net. That's where you know it. That's where you find out all the information on tonight's game and all the other action around the state tonight and tomorrow night. Week 1 is underway. Week 1 is in the books here at Bayport with the final score. Middleton 35 and Bayport 29. For Dan Brunner, for John Pearson, for our entire terrific crew here in Northeast Wisconsin, Bob Brainerd saying so long and good night from Bayport.
There were about 20 times either team could have folded in that game, and nobody did. It was just a great. Back and forth. Yeah, it was great.